Hi everyone, I'm Luke from EverEscents and welcome to the EverEscents YouTube channel. Today I'm going to take you through a couple of the different hairstyle routines that I have. The first being a more professional look, so when I'm at work, something that's a little bit more of a hold stay, looking for performance throughout the day. The second being a little bit more relaxed and what I might be more accustomed to using on the weekend. We're going to get started today by beginning with the cleanse, so having a look at the shampoo that we're going to be using. And we're looking at this lovely organic rose shampoo here, part of the EverEscents range. And then we're going to dive into the organic cinnamon and patchouli moisture. So let's jump into it. I'm going to get my hair washed now. Okay, so now that my hair is nice and clean and fresh with the rose shampoo and moisture conditioner, I'm going to move on to my first routine. And we're going to be using today the EverEscents Sculpting Lotion. Now this is a really good product in that it gives you a good balance between hold as well as providing nice essential oils. And in this occasion with the Sculpting Lotion, it is pink grapefruit and lavender. So let's get started. So now that I've got my hair all done and nice and wet and washed, I'm just going to give it a bit of a light dry with a towel. Okay, get it nice and frizzed up. I'm going to take the sculpting lotion, a couple of pumps, and just smoothing it out in the hand and applying to the hair. Not too much thought. Normally I'm doing this one in the morning. I'm trying to be quick, get ready, get out the door. But this first routine as well is really just more of my relaxed one, so I'm not bringing in a comb. I'm quite literally just putting the part where I'm looking. And the really fun thing that I like about this is that once it actually dries out, my hair's somewhat thick and keep a nice hold. So what we'll do with this one though is we'll actually speed up the process, get the hairdryer out, so that way we can see the finished product. Well, I must admit this is the first time it is the first time I've held a hairdryer in my hand, and so let's see. So let's throw on the button. And now we're going to give it a bit of a dry to speed up the process so you guys can see the great outcome. All right, so now that my hair's about 95% dry, I'm going to, with no product, use my hands and just give it a bit of a swooshing, just to get a little bit more, I don't know what the word would be to be honest with you, but I'm just a bit of movement, a bit more extra movement into the hair. And I'll have a bit of a quick peek. As you can see here, the hair looks nice and fluffy and light and got a little bit of product in there, but not too much. Just let it do its thing throughout the day. All right, so now let's go into something that's a bit more of a professional look. So I want to make sure that my hair is going to stay really the way that I want it to throughout the day. So let's jump into that. So for this routine, I'm once again going to dry out my hair just a little bit. Again, going back to the sculpting lotion with the lovely lavender and pink grapefruit. A couple of pumps, just like before. But this time where I change it up a little bit for the professional looks, I'm looking for a little bit more texture and a little bit of extra help in the hold department. So I'm going to use a lovely matte mud, not too much, just a little bit into the hand. And with the sculpting lotion at the bottom of my hand, I'm mixing the matte mud in and then across, getting a nice paste. Once again, I don't have too much time in the morning, so I'm just trying to be as quick as possible. Putting it through the hair, sprucing it up a little bit, nice even application. And now what I really like to do is actually get the comb out. So I'll actually comb my hair to get that part right, and I'll start by just flattening it all out. I'm actually in the process of trying to grow my hair out at the moment. So using the mirror here, try and find where I like that part to sit. So what I'll actually do is I'll wear it very comb-like in the car, and then just as I pull up to work, I'll scrunch out that crunch, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Depending how frisky I'm feeling, I might put a little bit of extra something here in the corner. Really, this is how I'll jump into the car and then let it just naturally dry on the way in. So by having the sculpting lotion and the matte mud, I'm getting that nice balance of hold. Smells great, and also when she dries out, it's going to have a nice texture to it as well, thanks to the matte mud. All right, second time using the hairdryer now, so let's get it all nice and dried out. So this is pretty well what the hair looks like as I'm driving to work. It's naturally dried out. So now what I'm going to be doing is just scrunching out that crunch. So trying to really take those comb lines out for a bit more of a natural look. So nothing too scientific. It's come along, give it a bit of a sprucing up. I'm gonna look in the rear view mirror, seeing how it looks, and that's pretty much how I'll roll in ready to get the day started. So what I really like about these products is that as I've gone through, we've been talking about the organic, the essential oils, the performance of them, but it also means that in the bathroom, we don't have to have different products for everyone across the whole family. So proud father of 3, 2 young boys, 1 lovely young daughter, and of course my wife. And these are the products that you'll see on our bench. So particularly as well, I don't use it myself too much, a little bit maybe if I'm gonna be doing a lot of swimming and things along those lines on the weekends, but leave-in moisture as well with Lang Lang and geranium is quite popular, is the feedback from the family. Another notable point as well is that we actually live off-grid, so we have no connections to the house, meaning that we also have a septic system. So another great benefit of these products is the fact that they are septic free as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've got any questions or queries, comments, chuck them down below, or feel free to reach out to us here at EverEscents. Thanks for watching.